I'm sorry. I was like waiting for the transition. I was just like stare off in the distance into space and be like, "Hi, everyone."
Disassociate.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm not here right now, nor was I ever. I'm Nick.
And I'm Alexis.
This is Metal Waifu. It's July.
It is.
What month is it?
It's July.
Where am I? Who are you people? Why am I here? Where's my food? This has officially become the YouTube nursing home. You want some nursing home?
We all have dementia here.
Oh, yeah.
Where am I? Who is this?
Yeah.
What is life? What is my existence?
I mean, between the hot summer and everything that has already begun and the shift between heat exhaustion and storming and all that kind of stuff, it's
rained for like the last freaking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's been a hell of a
My
month.
roof was leaking. If anyone follows me on Instagram, my roof leaked.
My
That was
parents'
great.
roof was leaking, but that roof's leaked for years.
You told me about that, didn't you?
Yeah, because it was like understanding. Although that thing's been fixed with like multiple planks of wood and like duct tape and flex tape and everything like that. Oh, my dad.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot. Slap the shit out of it. So today we're talking about Food Wars.
Shokugeki no Soma.
Or-
I just really enjoy the way that sounds. Shokugeki no Soma.
It does roll off the tongue.
It is. It's fun.
Much like the palates of many of these people that consume much of the food on this program.
Dear Lord. Should we just start with some brief background on it?
Yeah, the usual introduction.
Yeah. So, actually, I didn't even know a lot of this that I'm reading.
Silence is great.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even know they put this on Toonami.
Oh, that makes.
Well,
was that when they did season 3? Because season 3 was the only one we found.
This is about season 1.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have specifically season 1 open.
I was saying, when I associate Toonami, I think of like, oh man, I love that block when I was a kid. I'm like, wait, it's Adult Swim Toonami.
Yeah.
So like, it makes way more sense that it would be on there because.
Yeah, it says it aired the English dub from July 7th, 2019 to January 12th, 2020.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So that might be why it's not really available on streaming platforms yet. Probably
yeah.
still. Well, this is 2021. I don't know.
What year is it?
You know.
Dementia.
Business agreements. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Anyways, okay, so let's just talk about what this is. It's a Japanese manga series, obviously, written by Yuto Tsukuda, I think, and illustrated by Shun Saeki.
I think one of our compilations we need to do
is me pronouncing everything. I'm pronouncing, guys.
I'm pronunciating. I think it'd be a good compilation. Sorry.
I told you I'm having a stroke. I don't know.
Dementia, stroke.
Everything is bad.
Consumption of all.
Oh God.
But yeah. So created by them.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay. It was serialized in the weekly Shonen Jump from November 2012 to June 2019. Yeah.
Okay.
Its chapters were compiled into 36 volumes, blah, 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 blah. The manga is licensed by Viz in North America, if you were curious.
Yeah, usually most of them.
Yeah, then... anyways, an anime adaptation by JC Staff aired between April and September 2015. The second season, titled Food Wars, The Second Plate, was in July. Yada, yada, yada. We're only going to be talking about season 1, I should say that.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's 5 seasons now.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, and the first season, 24 episodes. I think they're all 24 episodes.
Yeah. It's a full plate, if you will, of anime that you can watch.
It's a full 5-course meal.
It's a
meal. I'm just going to keep having a stroke today. It's a rough day. I've been awake since like 8 a.m. Or no. When did I get up? Yes, I've been awake since 8 a.m. I got 5 hours of sleep. Surprisingly. I don't know if I actually did. I think it might have been 4. I'm stroking out.
No, it's fine. Listen, we're gonna be 100% on the real with y'all. It's been a rough month.
It really has
so,
been.
like, I'm going to just go and front load this. This is gonna be a loose episode.
Yeah.
Loose because
And I know there's a lot of you diehard weirdo fans out there. If you come for us, I literally don't care.
we don't like listen. Like this is a as much as we could review as we could of this series, like the first season, because listen, man, we got lives outside of this and everything like that, and
jobs that are very demanding.
Yes, and so like for us doing it as a hobby and everything, even like saying we're gonna sit down and watch like 24 episodes of a series, and I know a lot of people could be like, well, I binge series all the time. I'm like, yeah, but like I like sleep.
Yeah.
I like when we're busy as shit, and I'm coming off of a work week, and I'm just like, I don't want to do anything.
And there's a very big difference between like binging a show because you're enjoying it versus binging because you're going to make a podcast about it and you have to talk about it and like in detail, so you're like hyper focused.
Yeah, and it also doesn't help the fact that it's majority of watching is like subbed, so it's not a lot of stuff that we also have in the background. That's why I was okay with like Jujutsu Kaisen initially when we did that, because there's a dubbed version of it. So I was like, okay, I can have this going on while I'm doing other things, or at least like just chilling or whatever. But like when it comes to anime and everything like that, we did not foresee the amount of attention we actually had to pay to the series itself.
There's so much.
More so than like I think with other things, and especially with Food Wars.
Oh my god, so much.
I
was overwhelmed.
Yeah, I got through about like a little over halfway through the series, so I think I have like a decent idea of the show itself, and I still have a decent amount of thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Not and I'll be fully admit, not enough to maybe form like a full opinion. Like it's not, we're only doing the first season. There's multiple seasons of this, so like I'm sure for a lot of people, they're going to be like, well, you're not seeing the other 4 seasons, and they do so much. I'm like, yes, I haven't seen the other 4 seasons, but you know, I don't want to just consume. So I don't want to watch this anime where it's people eating stuff and then immediately just fucking.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. So, the story.
Yeah. So the series is set mainly at Totsuki.
Totsuki.
Sario. Sario.
Sorry.
Shit. Culinary Institute, an elite culinary school located in Tokyo, Japan, which only a handful of students graduate from each year. Its students mostly come from Totsuki's junior high school, but transfers are taken provided they pass the entrance exam. Yeah. The campus is a wide-ranging resort with many research societies, clubs, cooking classrooms, large arenas used for competitions. Housing varies, but the most affordable is Polaris Dormitory, where characters have to impress the dorm matron with a dish in order to secure residence. Totsuki also runs a chain of resort hotels, with the biggest being the Totsuki Resort run by Jin Dojima, which is visited during Soma's first year. So the main plot follows this lovely little teenager named Soma Yukihira.
Yukihira, yeah.
I always want to say Hara. It's Hira. Aspires to become a full-time chef in his father's Joichiro?
I
think that's how his dad's name. There's so many character names that the pronunciation is like slipping me completely.
Yeah.
But so he's got a family restaurant called Restaurant Yukihira, and he wants to surpass his father's culinary skills. His dad gets a new job that requires him to travel around the world and close the shop. And so he decides to enroll his son in Totsuki, the Culinary Institute. And they all engage in competitions called shokugekis.
Yeah, that's what it's referred to.
Yeah, that's pretty much how like everything is done. Everything's a competition because again, only a few people graduate every year.
Basically, it's their equivalent of like when Yugimoto whips out the dual disc and it's like it's time to duel, motherfucker. And like that's what they call them. It's the shokugeki or whatever. But yeah, so like from there, especially because I want to mention about the first few, like the first episode, they kind of get introduced to the character and everything.
Let me bring up the list of characters because there's so damn many.
I mean, you want to go and just get that bad boy loaded up. It's fine. But the first episode, you get introduced to Yuki. I'm gonna call him Yuki, and his dad. And they're hardworking. They work in, it's just a tiny little restaurant they work in. They're making traditional Japanese food. I think at one point they're battling each other to make fried rice.
Because that's what constantly happens in that household.
Oh yeah. Just throwing meals left and right, whatever, feeding them to the masses and having them decide which one tastes better. Yuki also has a weird affinity for making absolutely horrid combinations when it comes to food. Did he make like calamari with peanut butter on it or something like that, or was like fried shrimp or something like that? Something
Let me see
horrid.
if it actually says what it is.
And so this show does not. I want to I would want to try and save the lead up to where the show goes. What did he combine with? It was calamari. No, it was calamari.
Yeah, I think it is too.
It's absolutely calamari, because I'll tell you what the fuck is calamari, bruh.
Oh no.
What the fuck's calamari, bruh? Because this show, so the whole angle of this show, right, is a shonen, but instead of there being like big massive martial arts fights or big, anything bombastic in terms of that, it becomes the bombastic is the food making, and the amount of detail and creativeness that comes into these food battles when it comes to talking about the culinary dishes. This is one of those shows where I actually didn't mind them over explaining things.
Oh yeah, I think it just also shows that the writer really did some damn research, because I was like, I didn't know half this stuff could be made.
Oh yeah, no, it gets wild. Like stuff involving like fats and like how you can make like different things or whatever. Like he definitely did his research when it came to like what the dishes were.
Yeah,
and it definitely seems
it's like a giant cookbook animated.
Oh yeah. I bet you, is there a Food Wars cookbook?
Probably at this point.
I'd snap by that low key, because there's some good looking shit.
Honestly, the freaking thing he makes in the first episode, I was like,
the little fucking
imitation meat.
Yeah, the imitation meat roll and everything like that. Bruh. But there's a bunch of detail when it comes to that, and I appreciate that comparative to like Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Where there's a bunch of detail to that, but like a lot of it's nonsensical, and it doesn't, like, there's no entertainment value when it comes to it. When they're talking about the way the food can like made and put together, it's entertaining. It's like watching an extreme version of the Food Network.
Yeah,
yeah,
it really is.
And it's great, and those parts and those aspects, and like some of the characters, like in the beginning, like you get used to Yukihiro and everything like that. You're like, oh wow, this is like, I like this character. It's cool. They don't lead up to it. They don't give you a warning about how people consume food in this universe.
Service.
Bro.
I'm gonna put a damn reverb on myself.
Also fan service / this is one of those shows where you just have to fucking remind yourself that Japan be different, and everyone's like,
well, and here's my whole thing. I was actually like literally thinking about this while I was setting up. I love High School of the Dead. Great, like literally perfect, I think, example to its core story is really, really good and really solid. The fan service is just wild. Now, granted, still crazier in High School of the Dead than Food Wars.
Oddly enough, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shockingly. But a part of me, to the point, I think I've watched so many of these weird, like, great core valued shows with this just ridiculous fan service that I'm like, how many more times are we going to run this idea?
So here's the thing that I really do appreciate, though, with Food Wars. You can't deny this fucking shit that this guy comes up with is creative.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
He comes up with some, like, during one of the exams when homegirl Megumi or whatever her name is, the shy one, Megumi. When she serves the dish to the one, I forget what they were called. The high end chefs they're running the exams.
Oh, are you talking about when the
mermaid? The mermaid, when she has the duck.
I forgot about that already. Jesus.
So
what is it? The Council of what the hell are they called?
Well, so there's the Elite 10, which is there's That's another thing about this show.
Yeah, the Elite 10 Council.
So there's Elite 10 Council, but this was we were talking about the Elite 10 guy, which that one guy who's not wearing any fucking clothes, or he's just wearing a goddamn apron and he's just showing his fucking ass cheeks.
You didn't get to see his third form. It comes out in episode 24 of season 1. He's literally just rips off his apron and he's like, my third form, and you're like, what the fuck?
Does he get a third leg? Like fucking
No, his third form is wearing a one of the like the swimmer speedos that they wear in the Olympics.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of those.
Oh, okay.
That's his third form.
Okay.
So I'm guessing in season 2, that's all we're gonna see him in now.
Oh yeah, probably. Just,
But
yeah,
if
speaking
I
of
even
fit-
watch it.
Yeah. But when people consume food on this show, it usually ends up being it turns into like a softcore hentai.
Yep.
Where people clothes are ripping off.
That's what I'm telling you. You missed some crazy shit that happened in the last 3 episodes.
You get some weird fancy sequences. When Homegirl eats the fucked up thing that Yukihiro makes, and it's like calamari with peanut butter on it, fucking tentacles start showing up, and there's peanut butter everywhere. And she starts getting grabbed by him, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching?
And mind you, they're like most of the time they're pretty much always naked when these sequences happen.
And they're also mostly high schoolers.
Yeah, that's the thing. These are a bunch of high schoolers the whole fucking time.
I'm like, what in the actual Japan?
There's some jiggle physics that I should not be seeing on a high
Dude,
schooler.
Tecmo's like, yo, bro, give him them jiggle figures. Jiggle figures? Fig Newtons? Give me them jiggle figures.
I'm actually crying.
Oh
God,
one
it
day
just got hotter in here.
One day you decided to have makeup on.
I know.
Start running down.
Jesus, and I touched it up before we started.
Make that a t-shirt. Jiggle. Hi, I'm the professor of jiggle figures. I just have what the fuck's that dude's name? The guy who was like originally part of Team Ninja. The guy with the glasses and the black hair, he just looked like a greasy fucker. He was like one of the producers for like DOA for years. And he got I think he got fired.
Hell, I don't know.
Oh.
Don't ask me to remember anybody's name. I'm surprised I remember my own.
When I watched old X-Play in G4, they always had that fucking guy on. And he was just talking about how the fucking graphics and physics and DOA were top of the line and bobble big old hitters. But yeah, the jiggle physics of the show is
you didn't get to see the jiggle physics that they put on his ass at the end. The end of this season, I was like, whoa, that's aggressive. It was really aggressive.
That gets aggressive? Fucking.
But the thing is that his ass isn't very big, so it's just like 2 pieces of chicken.
It's like two tenderloins going at it.
Just fighting in that package.
Should be fucking moist.
Oh, good God. We're not making the whole fan service part of this any better.
We're just diving. Listen, man, there's no we're shameless podcast, shameless TV series. Here we go.
Oh,
but does it compare to? So as the series goes along, Yukihiro's met with adversity between multiple different people. Between the first episode being a real estate person or a realtor.
It's a company that wants to build a mall, and so they're gonna bulldoze all of those
and so they try
properties.
they try to deface his place, and then he ends up serving food to this one chick, and she fucking starts.
They like ruin all of his meat, and they're like, you have to make a meat dish, and then he makes an imitation meat dish, and they're like, and then they all die because they literally just all laying on the floor like incapacitated afterwards.
Just a sprawled out mess. Just Give him the bus change and go home.
I will say that when like her legs are like crossed and she's like rubbing or like that shit makes me so uncomfortable.
Oh no.
I mean, well, like it only I don't know. I guess it's just because like
It's greasy.
it's because this isn't an adult with a fucking high schooler and I'm like, ma'am.
Ma'am. Is the police?
Seriously, I'm like, there was a lot of times that things that happened, I had to remind myself. I was like, wait, they're in high school,
This is children.
and they're all first years pretty much, except for like a handful of them are second years.
Well, yeah, but like, didn't they say like, isn't like the first year is like 15 or so? I mean, still fucking.
Well, so
I'm not trying to justify
in Japan, there's only 3 years of high school. So like how we go from freshman to senior, they go from sophomore to senior.
sophomore year.
Yeah, so you're still a junior when you're in ninth grade.
Okay. But like, so he's met with a lot of adversity between that, like them, and then people in the school.
Well, he doesn't exactly help. He caused the school shit.
Well, yeah, but he's also like he's like a decent dude, but
He's the transfer student.
he's the transfer student this summer.
And and it was his dad that was the one that got him in.
Yeah. His daddy got him in. He's the transfer student, but he like comes in like big dick dangerous over here.
He's like, I'm gonna whoop all of your
yeah,
asses.
it's like fuck you. We cool.
Also,
fuck you.
Here's my thing. Why the hell at like an entrance ceremony do you feel the need that your transfer student needs to make a speech?
Because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah, I was
Because
very
fuck them.
confused.
That's why. I don't know. There's some logistical things that are in question, but basically he's met with a lot of like people. Like it's very hoity-toity when he goes to school.
Yeah.
It's very pinky up. It's very like we don't work in like the frontline kitchens. Is kind of the way to describe it. We don't work in places where they're basically stuck in like the culinary scenes of they make in the kitchen and they don't produce for people, right? Mm-hmm. And so the school he goes to the culinary school because a lot of people think they're hot shit, and he's like, no, I'm hot. I like his angle because he's hot shit, not because he knows that he can make the best food. Is because he thinks he's hot. He knows he's hot shit because he just does it. He knows he just does it best because he's served people forever. He actually has an audience that he's served to between his customers and everything, and between his dad and all that. So like, he's like,
he actually knows how to run in a restaurant.
oh yeah, and that's a big thing, and I think like it's an interesting angle because I do also think that it's a lot of people who don't work in like it's one of those things where especially like, me working in restaurants for years where like people come in and be like, yeah, it's not that hard. I'm like, you dealt with customers.
I don't even work in a restaurant, and I do not feel that way.
Have you dealt with you people? Have you been around
Seriously. I've dealt with it enough just being like a second party in the restaurant, and I'm like, oh god, this is awful.
And you know what? The other thing is that I don't cook. Like for people that are cooking, and like sometimes you have to deal with some people that are coming up to the line and be like, hey, is my kitchen's like you know, every times where I've come up and like, I'm so sorry. I beg forgiveness. It's like come up to a confessional. I'm like, I'm sorry, sous chef, for I've sinned. I'm sorry, Expo, for I've sinned. I just need
Poor Expo.
a side salad real quick.
Just need a side salad.
Please. Yeah, I got you. Okay, thank you. Please, sorry. But yeah, like I like he's got a. Yes, he can talk shit, but I feel like from what you understand of the character, you understand why.
He's actually not really a bad character. He's He's like one of the most sane characters in this entire show.
100%. But he runs into characters that are just like, just absolutely like, whoa. Yeah. The one person he meets up with is, I think is she one of the Elite 10? Whatever her name is.
So we're getting into episode 2 called God Tongue. Because that's what she's called.
The God Tongue.
You're talking about Irina?
Right, because
yeah.
when they're showing her as a child, she's the daughter of the head of the school, right? Is that the whole angle?
So when it comes time for the examination, most of the participants flee upon hearing that Irina Nakiri, a legendary food genius with the most selective palate known to mankind, nicknamed the God Tongue, will be their examiner.
There's a part of that episode where they're showing her as a child like eating food, just being like,
Or when she goes down the
Garbage.
when she goes down the line of salt and she can tell you exactly what region it was from.
Yeah,
And I was like,
this bitch.
like I actually know people that have like crazy taste palettes, but I was like, this is a lot.
I mean, it's an anime. I mean, fucking, it's gonna be a lot in multiple ways.
Yeah, she's like 3. Like,
Oh yeah,
your
just
cooking tastes like shit, Mom.
yeah,
Like,
mom, it's
oh,
fucking
okay.
trash. Starts talking like when you're 3 years old and you're talking to mom like Gordon Ramsay, like, bruh, come on, man. Just eat the cabbage, all right? Just come on. But he ends up having they get into a pissing match and he has to jump over that fucking hurdle and fucking of course, like he does, he surprises her.
For fun, Irina changes the exam and orders Soma to cook an egg dish to satisfy her because she hates him so much.
Yeah.
He creates an ordinary-looking rice with seasoning, only to reveal that the seasoning contains chicken
Fat, right?
aspic, I think.
Yeah.
That's a very concerning word, but which enhances the flavor greatly. Which actually, what is that? It is a savory gelatin food made with meat with a meat stock.
Yeah, it's meat stock jelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it's like you see the way it's animated, it has that jiggle and that glisten to it, and you're just like,
And then it says, despite being overwhelmingly impressed with his dish, Irina fails him.
oh yeah. That's another
She
thing.
doesn't like his attitude.
That's the thing that happens a few times when you're watching the show. Is somebody eats something and you're like, this is delicious.
Failed.
Fail.
Just because they have such an ego.
My ego's so fucking big, bruh.
Yeah. I want it to be right that you suck, but you don't actually, so I'm just going to pretend like you suck.
Yeah. I didn't just filled my pants with horrid amount of fluids. I fucking. I'm gonna fake that.
I don't remember what Irina's...
It's like
Was she like floating on an egg?
it's like.
I can't remember what it was.
I think so. It's like you know,
Naked
it's like
on an egg.
it's like this show's the best example of.
Aren't they naked in the opening? Isn't the opening like them wrapped in different foods?
No. That's the outro.
Oh, it's the outro? I couldn't remember.
They're chibi and are wrapped. This show's like the best example of like faking.
It really is. Honestly,
their-
just soundbite it and then use it when you need to. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
It's like between Irina and fucking pink-haired dude. Fucking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that fucking asshole.
What the hell is his name?
I
Why
don't
can't
know.
I can't
He's an
remember.
asshole.
Hold on.
I forget his. Yeah. Okay. Issue with the show. There's too many fucking characters.
Yeah, I have to like...
even for as much of the show I watched, there was still like to a point where I'm just like, who.
I had to make sure that when I looked up the character list that I specifically looked up the season 1 character list. Just know that that is how this goes.
Yeah.
And thankfully, this freaking wiki like actually separated it into things.
Yeah.
So like you have the 92nd Totsuki generation, which is all of our current, students, and then you have the 91st, which is some of the second years.
Yeah.
And then the few 90th ones that you have.
All sectioned
Elite
off.
10. So here's the former.
Yeah. It's like.
It's Shinomiya, right?
I think so. Yeah, because he owns a place called Shino's.
Yeah, he's first seat in the elite.
Yeah, he's also one of those guys who like during the
He's
not
from the 79th generation.
the 79.
Damn, he's old. Wait, he's way older than I thought he was.
Yeah, man, it's anime.
Oh, wait, I think they had a whole segment about when they found out what his age was.
I don't know.
Because if
57.
we're on the
Jesus.
92nd generation, he's from the 79th
Is he
generation.
like 40? Something like that? Somewhere around there? Math good. We don't know my math.
So the 90th
'Cause they graduate
generation
when they're 18.
is the 18-year-olds. So, hold on. Math.
Divided by the 5. Carried by the 2.
79.
Why is there a Q here?
So, he's 29.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
I felt like, I don't know, for some reason I felt like that span of time was way bigger.
Sure.
I mean, I think I did that right. 'Cause
Fully.
you would subtract 79 from 90
Crazy.
because that's the separation between the oldest characters and him. and then add that to 18, which was 11 years, so he's 29.
Doing Steiner math over here. Is there
I went to school.
I'm sorry.
I have 2 high school diplomas. I gotta at least use one.
The more universal joke would have been common core math, but I decided to decided to make an in wrestling joke instead. So some people got that, but I'm sure the majority of you didn't.
Probably not.
There's a guy who did a whole fucking one of the Steiner brothers did a whole shoot of him trying to do a math equation on how he could beat Kurt Angle.
Oh, I do not remember that.
It's like 4 minutes.
Jeez.
The math's completely wrong, but it's so fucking good.
He's so determined.
Yeah, maybe he's a wrestler.
I'm so confused.
But between that character, there's a lot of shit egos or whatever. Another one that comes up that's kind of shitty about it, but Jesus fucking, they're high schoolers, goddammit. The Meat Master. The Meat Master.
What was his name?
Her name.
Or her name, I mean, Jesus.
I thought Haku was like a weird, I'm actually a boy. What? Man? I mean, sir,
Is that Shiomi?
I think so. Maybe?
Is that her?
Maybe.
Is she? Wait.
She,
I guess I could click on her.
She is like
name.
an actual DOA character. She was like fucking homegirl. What the fuck? Jesus.
Oh, no, wait. No, wait, this is the Spices chick.
The spice.
Yeah.
Spices.
See, I can't. This is why I had to make sure I had all this on my phone, because I literally, like. And when I was, like, legitimately watching this, being like, all right, I'm hypersensitive to it. By, like, episode 10, I was like, I don't know who anybody is.
Who, what, when, where, why?
I was more overwhelmed watching this than Jujutsu Kaisen, like, as far as characters.
Yeah, Jujutsu, like, again, like, Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't have the character problem. Like, you do cut through, like, a few characters, like especially like, some of this high school, like, the occult buddies, like, you don't see them after a little while. Mm-hmm. But, they're, like, the bloat from that show is the fucking, again, like, they go into so much detail about stuff that just doesn't make any goddamn sense. Whereas this, the bloat is that he has to run into a lot of fucking... Yeah, they want to, like, introduce, like, multiple characters to show off the multiple palettes and multiple food challenges and all that kind of shit. And so you kind of get lost in the sauce.
Oh, it's Mito. Ikumi Mito. Jeez, that took way more effort than it needed to. Oh, she has other aliases. The Meat General.
Can that be... Listen... If I do the other half of my life as a porn star, can that be my name?
In the English dub, they call her Me Meat, which is MI-Meat. What? America.
Yo, hey, man. That's us.
I mean, I guess because her name is Mito, like they just took the MI and call her Me Meat. That's awful.
That's shame on you.
But jiggle physics. I also love about these wikis that in the personal information, they always have a status. So it just, all these characters says alive.
Are there dead characters?
No, it's just how this wiki always does things.
Is there a character like midway through season 3, like one of the long-standing characters in the show, just fucking like eats a dish so delicious he has a fucking heart attack midway through?
This tells you something about this manga because in here it says when she debuts in the manga she's 15. By the end of the manga she's 25. It's 10 years in this manga.
She gets legal in the fucking...
legal by the end. Woo!
I'm going to hell.
I will say one thing that I will appreciate that, like, this girl, you know, I'm a girl that likes to look nice in a job that people don't understand why you want to look nice. And she does that too. I mean, granted, I feel like your chef should have a little more clothing on, but
I mean,
you know, I don't want jugs all over my meat. I mean, sorry, I had to get that joke in there.
I'm sorry. I want your premium.
I'm gonna have to put a content warning on this fucking episode. YouTube is gonna be so mad at us.
YouTube. Jan? Is it Janet? What's the fucking name of the YouTube president?
Oh, the chick with the weird last name. Whatever, Wojcinski. Whatever it was.
She Polish?
Wait, isn't her name Susan?
Susan, don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. Nobody watches our channel anyway. But if we hit it, and this is the one you're just like,
This is the one that skyrockets our popularity.
Oh my god, this is the one. This hits a mill. We're just like,
I feel like if it does, it's only going to be like the diehard fans that are like, look at these people, they don't really care about this show.
No.
Y'all are like the One Piece and Bleach fans. I don't care.
First off, have you seen the meme from Into the Spider-Verse where they're like, watch, they're gonna say, it's the Dr. Octavia, the version of Doc Ock in that cartoon. She's showing a clip. She made like a thing of like, these are the 3 essential animes, and one of them photos is like Bleach or whatever, and he's like, now watch, he's gonna look at that and say Bleach doesn't fucking count. He's like, fuck Bleach. He's like, yeah.
Fair.
I don't get Bleach. It's fine. It seems fine or whatever. But
I really liked it until they decided that they wouldn't end it.
One Piece. Hello.
Yeah.
One Piece. Listen. Okay.
You'll never catch up.
You'll never. Well, for the people who do catch up.
Are you okay?
Are you fine? Hey. Listen. What's the?
We all have demons.
Well, we all have dark places we've reached in our lives, and if you need help, here's my PayPal. And I'll help you. Help me. Help you.
Jesus.
From keeping you from watching 1K. It's like 1,000+ episodes of One Piece or whatever. Too many. You know what you can do instead? You can watch 5 seasons of Food Wars, and
you could watch so many animes and still not hit 1,000.
Oh yeah. So many animes. You can watch all the animes.
Yeah, and still not get to 1,000 episodes. Like,
yeah, it's wild. The fuck. Yeah.
Do they even stream all of those episodes somewhere?
Probably.
Is there like one uniform place you can go, or do you have to like jump ship to different websites?
Aren't they on Funimation?
Probably.
I don't know. You all,
that wouldn't surprise me.
One Piece fans, you wild, but we love you. You know what? I can't say I hate One Piece fans.
No, they're
dedicated and you're adorable.
They're dedicated, and their cosplays are actually pretty damn fire.
Yeah, it's wild. Some of the designs are absolutely cool, and I actually enjoy some of the artwork. I'm sorry for the 4Kids translation, but it was I respect y'all. So Food Wars.
Anyways,
go from this.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. I mean, I don't know necessarily.
Episode 3 was That Chef Doesn't Smile. Also known as That Chef Never Smiles. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Wait, what? This says Episode 3 was the entrance ceremony.
Yeah.
Son was introduced as the only student who managed to transfer. He declares that he will be the top student. Yep. And then that's when he gets paired with Megumi.
Yeah, Megumi,
she's so cute.
She's adorable.
I ship them real hard.
Oh, yeah.
They're so cute. I know that there's like all these other ones, like they want to try and ship Mito and Yuki, and I'm like, no, I don't agree with it.
No,
she's so in love with him.
Oh, yeah.
It gets worse as season 1 goes on.
She gets more codependent?
Wait, so did you get to the episode where she comes to his hometown?
No.
Oh, yeah. See, that's where everything really just like skyrockets. Well, see, but here's the thing. Oh my God, you don't know any of this. So the homegirl from episode 1 that ends up having to eat his horrible concoction, she has been in love with Yuki since like elementary school.
Yeah, everyone wants to bang Yuki.
Yeah, well, I know.
Welcome to a shonen anime.
Yeah, but so when Mito comes home or comes to his town to help.
Megumi, or are you talking about?
No, the meat master.
Oh.
Yeah, she comes because he calls her because they're like, I think they're on summer break.
I need your meat.
Yeah, pretty much. They're on like summer break or something, and there's now there's a mall built down the road from their restaurant, and it's taking all the customers away from that area. So he wants to take the exact same dish that they're selling at that restaurant that's inside there that's taking all their customers, and he wants to make it better to get them all back. So he calls the meat master because he needs good meat and a good idea. And she comes out, and there's like this stupid inner turmoil battle between the two girls. And like the little, small town girl, she's fully convinced that most likely those two are already dating. And then Mito is convinced that those two are already dating, like him, Yuki, and the little, girl from back home. Like that. So both of them think that each other are dating him, and it is just weird. And then like at some point, little hometown girl is like, wow, they would really be cute together. I think that they're a good fit. Like, she just all of a sudden is like accepting that she will not. I mean, obviously, the homegirl comes in with big jugs and she's flat chested out to hell, but like, I can relate, girl. I feel you.
Come on. Don't leave.
What? It's literally me.
No, I know, I get it. I'm just saying, like, homegirls just like, oh, they'd probably be cute. I'm like, oh, come on, hey.
I know, actually, it's really sad.
Yeah, come on.
Because she's just like completely admitting defeat in her own head. None of this is ever voiced to anybody.
Jesus
it's just inside their
Christ.
heads. Yeah, it's
Maybe I'm fucking glad I didn't watch this.
Yeah. That whole set of episodes and fucking bitch snake lady that runs that restaurant that has the tongue. She literally, so she's like portrayed like her character is a snake,
She's a Orochimaru?
Pretty much.
Oh.
But like she's supposed to be, she's manipulative, she's a snake, she's a sneak, she's all of these things. And so like when they have her in like full evil mode, her tongue turns into like a snake tongue when she laughs, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's weird.
It gets a little wild.
There's just a lot. I just jumped like 10 episodes to that.
God. Well, that's just it. Like, because like there's a whole like the arc where they go into the hotel and everything like that after they spend some time in the school is basically like, for me, it's the Naruto tuning exams. So it's their trial of cooking and trying not to get expelled, and them actually have to deal with some of the teachers and everything like that, and
a bunch of the graduates come back that have like huge restaurants in France and Italy. Because
look how big my dick is.
the thing that happens with these types of animes, because everything is in Japanese, you forget that some of these people are literally supposed to be from different countries. Like there's people from Italy and from France, and like it's
the Yuri on Ice problem.
It is, yeah. They're all speaking Japanese, but you have to remember in your head that no, they're actually from other countries. Like, at least we could do like a Hitalia thing where they got those really butchered accents, but they're great.
Oh, God.
They're great. That German accent is aggressive. And then America is just obnoxious and loud. And I'm like,
I mean,
you're right.
Have you listened to this podcast?
No. It's aggressive and loud for no damn reason.
Yeah.
And then...
This is America. Don't catch her slipping. But yeah, so they're supposed to be from all. No. Aren't like the people from the because homeboy, Shino, and homegirl, the lady who's, I swear it's got a thing from Megumi, they're from the same class, right? Because they're from Japan, and the big thing with Shino is that he's opened up a restaurant in Japan, in France. He's Japanese, and he had to fucking sell that point.
Wait,
so are they all?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the when they go to the hotel and have the exams, and there's all the high level chefs that are supposed to be teaching them all that stuff.
There is a lot of them that they're Japanese, and then they open restaurants and like.
So it might be a mix. I don't know.
Like, let's click
on... The wild part is fucking Shino's introduction is he points out...
The only reason I was saying that is because there's the two brothers that are, like, from Italy.
Italy, yeah.
Yeah, the whole Italy thing. So there are plenty of Japanese that they went, and, like, they have specialties. So some specialize in Spanish cuisine or French or Italian, whatever. But then there's, like... Actually, those two brothers.
Yeah.
You didn't see that.
I love those characters when they're introduced. But...
I do love those two. So the brother, the big brother, you wouldn't have gotten to this part either. Randomly, so when it becomes summer, I realized that I said summer vacation was earlier, but I just realized that this happens when they're on summer vacation and they come back. All of a sudden, he's skinty. And apparently that's the thing he does every year. His brother literally explains it as like, yeah, it's just what happens when the summer heat gets to him. I was like, so he just deflates? Like, how do you go from here to here, like, instantly? I was like, man, that sounds like a great problem to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to learn that fucking superpower. Right? Fucking love to have that superpower.
Especially with how hot it is here, we'd all be as thin as paper.
Oh my god, dude, I'd fucking my boy. I'd be looking sharp. That's weird. That's a character. Is that the joke then? Because like initially they're like they don't look anywhere alike, and then when he loses all the weight, do they actually look similar, or does he still have like the cutesy face?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he really comes into his own as like an independent character too. I actually really like him as a character.
Yeah.
I do. I don't mind either of the brothers. I just like one brother over the other.
Yeah. I liked his even when they're introduced, like I was like I like these characters because there's a mutual understanding between him and Yukihiri when they're like, oh yeah, we are also in like the frontline cooking kitchens and everything like that. So like I fucks with you, but also I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hands on sight. Spatulas on sight.
Spatulas on sight. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Fucking get the fucking SpongeBob hats with the fucking propeller spatulas. Gotta feed some anchovies real quick. God. But yeah, so
I'm trying
like
to look at all the episode synopsis to know where the fuck we are because we are all over the place.
yeah,
now.
we're all over the place in this analysis, deep, well thought out, contextualized analysis of this anime. But like I enjoy from what I was watching and what I was going through, I was enjoying what I was watching. There's times where I was like busting out laughing. There was times where I was incredibly uncomfortable. And there was times where I was really like relating with the characters. Like it's like after his Yukihiri had his when he does the Shukugeki against Shino to try and get Megumi from getting expelled and everything like that.
Which White Knight it, man. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, he's like he fucking goes in. And like the whole angle of it is that Megumi, Yukihiri is the one that issues the challenge to Shino, but the owner of the hotels, I forget his name, Jin is the one who's like, because Shino's like, I don't have to accept it, fuck you, whatever.
Yeah.
And Jin's like, no, you're accepting it. This is going down. But then last minute, Jin's like, oh, by the way, Megumi's head chef, Yukihiri is just going to be a sous chef on the side.
Yep.
And
she's got to figure it out.
And then there's a sorry for fly.
Give me your hands.
Oh no! I'm not shaking anymore. That's not how that works, by the way.
I mean, I could kind of.
I mean,
if you hit somebody hard enough.
Don't actually do that. Please don't actually do that.
I mean, the hand thing, I have done something very similar with friends, but yeah, I mean, it's
weird. But it's a cutesy thing, and it's just like
it's a cute moment between them.
You're like,
because this poor girl I love her evolution. Like, her evolution in season 1 alone is really, really good. She goes from being so timid and scared and, like, not confident at all, and she really kind of just starts blossoming.
Yeah.
And then when you didn't get to see the preliminary episodes, like, literally the last 4 or 5 episodes of the season are all of the preliminaries, which basically every bitch with colored hair is the predominant, and everybody that looks normal fails.
Oh, yeah. You look basic,
anime.
You out.
Yeah.
You basic, you out. That's what happens. Colored hair or get the fuck... Oh, shit. Fuck.
I told you, let me color your beard.
No. Oh, God.
There's a episode called The Meat Aggressor.
So when Shino...
This is when you meet the Meat Master.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or the Meat Invader is the other title.
Meat. Woo. It's just all porn names. But when at the end of it and all, it looks like Shino's ended up winning the challenge because technically he has a higher, like, skill and everything like that just because of his ears, but then Jin kind of comes in. He puts a coin into basically the way they judge them out is that they have coins and like little plates or whatever, and whoever has the most coins wins the match. But basically, it's just the judge chooses who won. But Jin throws a coin in her plate, and he's like, basically calls out Shino for stagnating because he's become a shitty person over the fact of the stress of working at the restaurant and having to rely on himself and everything like that. And he's like, I'm doing this because I'm trying to make an example of you from stagnating, and you need to pursue and be better. And so,
Do better.
new sweater, do better. Shino, he takes a bite of the food. He throws a coin in, and then the Megumi Stan throws a yen, like a 500 coin yen, into the plate. And technically, the fight ends in a draw. And at the end of it, you can hear like Megumi, you can hear her have like a heart to heart or whatever, and she runs off, and like you just see him standing there, and you see him just punch the wall. He's like, "Fucking lost. I lost," and I was like, "Man,"
because he's lost every single like competition to his dad.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
yeah.
has yet to win still.
yeah. No. Are you talking about? No, he's won. He's won matches. He's won competitions. He's won Shigekis.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just talking about like up to that point.
Well, yeah. Well, no, he's lost every time to his dad or whatever. But I think like that the that's like a friendly little competition thing between him and his dad and everything, and trying to make him better and everything along those lines. He starts winning. He's built this confidence, and he's built this, going into it like he's just like he's better than his dad because he just views his dad as higher end. But like it was the first time he like had lost outside of that, and he was he lost, he drawed, but he was like hard on himself, being like, I lost that. I lost the fight or whatever. And he's just like, standing there, like, man, give this man a hug. this man all up in his feels. Just need a hug. But I like that was a good like character moment where I was just like, I dug his I appreciated where the show was going emotionally.
Oh yeah.
But then you're also then reminded of there's a guy dressed in a duck suit singing opera to this fucking one chick as she's eating the fucking duck.
It's amazing.
It's wild, man. It's a wild time.
Well, then there's the Shokugeki, because this was episode... What the hell is it? Episode 7? Which is A Quiet Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And this is when Ikumi and Soma have a Shokugeki, and she brings her A5 grade beef.
Oh, yeah.
And Soma brings some discount supermarket beef.
Yeah, it still beats her.
Yeah.
It's a legend.
Because what did they say with... What is it?
Great power.
Soma points out that Ikumi misunderstood the concept of donburi by placing too much emphasis on the beef and not on the dish as a whole, as the judges were too full from eating the beef to finish her rich garlic rice.
Yeah.
So then she lost. And that was how they saved the Don RS.
Yeah.
Which is also when you meet homeboy with the big hair.
Yeah. Not, oh God, what the hell was the name? Space Dandy? Not Space
Yeah,
Dandy.
I know, yeah.
Not Space Dandy.
What's his name? Oh, Kanichi.
Kanichi. What's up, Kanichi? Konnichiwa? What the fuck?
His name is Kanichi Konishi.
Kenichi Koishi?
Yeah, that's, I don't know,
Sushi?
Wild name.
Oh, yeah, you're wild.
What does he actually do? Because he's, food forte is donburi. Yeah, he's just the club president of Don RS.
Yeah, he's the club president and everything like that.
I was just seeing
and they convinced that because she lost the match, she was officially joined up with it and everything.
Yeah, that was Soma's thing. Is like, you have to join Don RS.
When she's trying to like get in on fucking Yukihiri's shit, and she fucking smells the spice and stuff, she's like, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's a lot.
She, like just full knees crossed, like, and just like, bitch.
So much,
ma'am.
It's so much.
It's just salt and pepper.
Oh yeah, so what you were talking about came in the next episode, episode 8. That was when they go to a training camp.
Oh, yeah,
as the first major challenge, and then that's when the alumni from the school
they have to go out. They're like, where are the ingredients? And she's like, fucking nature, bruh.
Yep.
Get some
like,
fucking
get
fish.
out.
Get the fuck out. Go fishing. Get yourself some herbs.
The Aldini twins find a duck and are the first to complete a dish.
Do you know the Instagram or YouTube channel, whatever it is, of Nate's What I Reckon? It's
I know
Australia.
Nate's wants a battle.
No, he's an Australian guy. He's like I think he's like in a metal band or whatever, but he has a series where he does a bunch of cooking. He does like a cooking show, and he's like, "What's up? What's on you, champions? Fucking legends!" And he fucking starts cooking food and everything like that. And he's like, his big thing is that like you can make majority of shit at home cheap and good and everything like that. You don't have to resort to like one of his quotes like "fuck jaw sauce" and shit like that. He has a thick Australian accent, and then but one of the things he does is like, "Why the fuck would you ever buy rosemary? There's fucking rosemary everywhere. Fucking just pick it off fucking straight." Like he goes around like Australia and he like fucking like going around there's bushes and it's full of rosemary. He's like, "There's fucking rosemary right here. What the fuck are you paying for it? Just wash it off. It's fucking done. Or just eat it with the rosemary and dirt on it. It's fucking fine. Let's go there." His other thing though, his other thing though, and he has like random bits that he fucking does. But the other thing too is that he apparently I think it's Honda Accords. There's a specific car that always pops up, and every single time he sees one, there's a Kleenex box in the back of it.
Hey, now I own a Honda Accord.
What, does it have a Kleenex
No.
box in the? Yeah, no. Apparently,
I think
that's
it
a
did when my
thing.
grandmother sent it to me though.
Okay. Apparently, that's a thing.
It kind of is. I think it's just an old person thing.
There's a lot of them because he kept on driving around. He's like, "That's a fucking another one. Holy shit! It's what? You gotta use fuck. First off, if you're using tissues, you gotta reach all the way to the fucking back. What the fuck are you doing? Fucking reach all the way to the back trying to blow your nose off. You fuck."
You're too good at that accent.
Thank you.
What the hell?
Appreciate
Oh god.
It's a lot of television watching. It's like a mix between it's like a nasally or a British accent.
That's
It's kind of where it's at.
Mm.
That was my non sequitur. Yeah. So like, yeah, you had to go outside and like make a bunch of like cooking and everything like that and all
I
that shit.
forgot at the training camp is when Soma bumps into Irina when she's coming out the bath and she's all glistening.
She's like, "Oh, no, I'm not."
And like blushing and moaning while she's sitting on the floor. I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, girl. Jesus Christ, get yourself together.
I know.
No, I'm not horny. You're horny. I don't want to play cards anymore because I don't want to fucking deal with that shit.
No, she got so mad at him.
No girl, no girl that's simping over me. I don't want to play cards anymore. Just take him back to the front desk. Simp. Simp girl. Simp. I want you simping over me anymore. Just because homeboy was about to play cards and I'm embarrassed. Jesus! You okay? Embarrassed. Beerus?
I'm just trying to figure out
It's a
like
good Dragon Ball
what
character.
the hell else to talk.
I mean, eating food.
Shinomiya.
Sorry, I just really like that name.
Shinomiya.
Shinomiya.
It's like I said, like if I.
Damn, that whole training camp was a lot of episodes.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's tuning exams. Tuning exams is a lot of fucking episodes.
Damn.
It's like a whole arc thing. People love that shit where they're like, it's a train.
Yeah, and then the fucking breakfast buffet thing challenge.
all the fucking buff dudes and all that shit, and it's like we're so fucking hungry.
Yeah, and they have to what is like 30 or no, they have to hand out 200 servings to pass.
Yeah, it fucking you can hear it like one of the that's why it's like he's the first one to head out. He's like, "There's not gonna be nobody in the shower, nobody in the baths. I can go right in." And he bumps into her, and then fucking he runs into the owner of the place or whatever. Just fucking. Hey, can I ask a question? Dead ass serious. Are there really Japanese places like bathhouses and stuff where people are just comfortable, just buck ass naked, just going in the baths and everything along those lines? Is that a thing? Is that an actual thing?
From my understanding, it is.
Yo.
Like, it's a legitimate, like, I've watched a lot of YouTubers that have happened to go overseas, and they're like, I've heard it in Korea, surprisingly, in South Korea, and in Japan. Like, it seems to really only be particularly the men. The men just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
They just walk in with their shit. They're just, they own this bitch. And, like, I've heard it's a wild time, so.
How to press your boys? Helicopter day.
Yeah,
Fucking, you want to go in the speedboat?
Yeah, like, honestly, like, the whole concept, it doesn't bother me if I've got, like, a towel wrapped around me and that's how I get in the bath. That's totally fine. But, like, the concept of just, like, opening the door and being like, no towel.
Yeah,
When
just
we get in
fucking
here, it's like, whoa,
wobbly, wobbly.
whoa.
Everything's out. No, if I go to a place in Japan and they're just like, hey, just letting you know, there's no baths in your room. They're all communal baths. I'll be like, can you get a different hotel? Yeah, I don't know. Not only because you know what? Here's the thing. I'd probably get used to the fact that other dudes are looking at my schleppy naked body. Like that's fine. I should be.
It's you having to see other people.
No, it's the fact that I'm sharing ass water with a bunch of other guys.
I mean, that's true, but it's really hot apparently.
Well, yeah. Heat only does so much. Listen, man. You're going in and you're taking care of areas of your body that like only the hot pressures
I think you're supposed to shower before you get in.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Because that's
But
even
then, okay.
but that's even a thing in like Japan in their houses. Like you always shower and then get in their bath. You never.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, because like they usually do like the hair washing and everything outside of the bathtub, and in the shower portion. Because usually the shower head, like the way that bathrooms tend to be made, which I've watched a lot of videos of people showing like Japanese layouts. Usually like you have the toilet, which is like its own separate room, and then you walk in and it's just a tiled room with a shower head and a bathtub, and that's why they usually have like a little stool that you sit on and everything.
I can't remember. I shower every day. I can't remember the last time I've actually had an actual bath. Like actually
I had
had
one
like,
not too long ago.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm too damn tall for bathtubs, unless I find a garden tub.
That is also a problem too. But like I actually have never just fucking just. It sounds nice, but I feel like it's just like when you tell me that people are just like, oh yeah, they shower and then they take a bath. I'm like, but those are both things are getting the same. Why?
Well, I think it's just because the bath is supposed to be like the relaxing portion, where the shower is the I gotta get shit done portion.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know, but it's.
I'm sure plenty of people just shower and they get out.
Yeah, probably. Cause
ain't nobody got time.
Yeah, same. Work. But like when it comes to communal baths, that makes more sense. So it doesn't seem.
It's like the pool, where you're supposed to technically shower before you get in a public pool, and nobody ever does it.
Of course
they
not.
shower after, and I'm like that.
Yeah.
You literally were just in chlorine.
Well, yeah. Well, they don't want the chlorine on them still. That's why they take the shower. That's the whole point. Yeah. We stupid. People stupid. Moving on. I was just trying to figure out the logistics of like the communal baths and stuff. So that's why, because you know what, I thought about it because it was like I've seen in other animes, and recently it was from Yuri on Ice. But Yuri on Ice they're in a spa. It just happens that homeboy was naked because he's homeboy.
Yeah,
that's
what he does.
Yeah, what he be. He's like, yo, what's up?
Well, their place was it's supposed to be a natural hot spring, which it's still the same like concept kind of, but they're usually smaller, more intimate things. Sometimes some places, like if you go to like a resort style, like you get your own like little hot spring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that sounds dope.
I know, honestly, I would love one of those rooms.
Fucking yeah, just like
you just get to be outside and like, wow.
You just rent one and just have it just like, yeah, it's nice. I like that.
Right. Yeah. And then your neighbor's like loud as fuck. You shut
yeah, you just hear.
Oh, God.
Oh, hey, not in the. It's your personal hot, but not like. Why are these made of rice paper? I can see the sun's hitting just. I see everything. I didn't know there was gonna be a shadow play going on while I'm trying to get my hot spring. Help, Mom. Hello? Oh, can I call my mom halfway across the seas? My hot spring, personal hot screen. I need an adult.
It keeps throwing me off that they call the dormitory Polar Star, because I keep reading as Porn Star, and I'm like, was that intentional? Somebody tell me.
Help. Somebody tell me help.
Because like when I just glance, I'm like, Porn Star dormitory. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Is my mind that much in the gutter, or am I dyslexic? Am I porn dyslexic? Should I read everything as pornography? What was that noise.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Told you not to talk about that. Told you not to talk about my specific form of dyslexia. Where I read everything as porn titles.
I've done it so much. But I'm pretty sure it's just because my mind is in the gutter.
I mean, that part too. I mean, welcome to the club.
Yeah. Anyways, so souffle omelets.
How far are we in this episode, Alexis?
It's already been an hour.
Oh, great. I think people... my ears are sweaty. Oh, they're sliding everywhere.
Sensual fried chicken. That's the name of episode 17. That's the one I was telling you when he calls
the meat master. The
yeah,
meat
Ikumi.
general. She was like, yo, I got this recipe for sensual chicken because I'm the meat general.
Oh, and then the episode after that is the fried chicken of youth.
Oh my god, yo, hold up.
These episodes came out in 2015.
It's the porn star cousin of Colonel Sanders,
Ah!
the meat general, and his chicken line sensual fried chicken.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh.
Hi, I'm the meat general. Let me tell you about my 11 herbs and spices. I don't know necessarily you want to know about all of them.
There's a 12th one. We won't talk about
I don't
it.
know all that.
That one's in the back room.
That's in the back room. Yep.
Oh,
I'll tell you, it's my scene.
Jesus! Ah! We're gonna get flagged.
You can blame me if you want on that one. That's
We're gonna get flagged for everything.
I mean,
This
please.
entire episode is just... Oh.
Just get me flagged for just having all this moob sweat.
Really, the other things that happen after that training camp, that's when his dad comes back and they find out that he was part of the Elite 10.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's the reason why Yukihara got accepted.
Yeah, I mean, I assuming he had some clout and he got because of said clout. That's something I already kind of pieced together, and then the reason why he went out of went out of there and everything, had to work in the higher end restaurant, was to do all that. But excuse me, god damn it. I'm sorry, I had some PDQ before I came in because I was fucking starving. So I was like, I'm I can still taste part of my M&M shake.
Ew! Didn't need to know that detail.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Meat General, Central Fried Chicken, all these horrid things.
Those are fake people. You're real and you're next to me.
Now I feel terrible. It's not the fake things that bother you, it's the real things.
I mean, yes?
Make sure you put the piano music at this point. I'm real sad.
I wish I could just edit it to zoom in and get dark and sad on your face.
Well,
Rain filter
get
coming
better,
in.
dude. Fucking learn a bit.
You want to pay for that software?
I mean, we've thought about splitting other things. I mean, if you want to split on some actual video editing software,
Fair.
it's fair. It's
Ugh.
only $6.25 for that OnlyFans.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's $6?
No. If we split it, it's...
Oh, I was like, damn,
no. Oh man, yo.
that's real cheap. $6. I'm worth $6.
$1.
I mean,
Okay, we're over an hour. I think we're about as
there's
much.
still so many episodes.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, there's a lot, and that was our problem, is that like
Holy basil.
Is that the name of an episode?
No, it's Akira's dish, which has a powerful fragrance and uses the power of holy basil and yogurt.
Oh.
Yeah, because like the whole preliminary thing is them having to make curry, and they are all coming up with these crazy freaking ways to make it.
Okay. Is that then the BDSM starts showing up and everything like that?
Yeah, they're all just in chains and bondage, and literally somebody in the Crunchyroll comments was like, "They finally did it, boys. There's the BDSM episode."
They did it, boys. They're borderline Hellraiser.
Yep. God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the autumn. Yeah. So it's the autumn election preliminaries that are.
Oh yeah, I was reading something.
How did all of them place? Because like I feel like everybody was second.
I mean, it's an anime. I mean, most everyone's like, unless you're like the main character in like his final arc, it's most of the time is you get second. First place, nah, man. You still got character development to do. It's the fucking Ash Ketchum syndrome. If he fucking never wins the fucking, it always goes to whoever's the person that the character plays in the video games. If the player plays in the video games, it's always like in the first season it was Red because it's always has to. Yeah, it's how it works. Was it Red? I forget. It wasn't Gary. I know it wasn't Gary because fuck Gary. Gary ain't shit. Spiky haired fuck.
Jesus. Spiky haired fuck.
I mean, that's who he was.
Yeah, like everybody got like the same. Yeah, everybody was in like the 80s or 90s with their points. So like a bunch of people were tied.
Yeah.
But pretty much all of your central figures and characters, even crazy. Oh, you didn't get to meet Crazy Witchy Bitch. Oh man,
fuck.
she's
Wait,
she's so desperately like in love with Irina because you know how Irina has her cousin as her lackey.
Yeah,
and
that's the girl I was. Oh, wait, that's her cousin.
Yeah. Not the first one, the one that gets introduced a little later,
okay.
the one that she ditches the original one
That confused me for a second because I was like, her cousin isn't the one that's like upset that she wouldn't play playing cards with her. That was a different girl because that's the simp girl. Unless her cousin's really like wants to be best friends with her. Or
wait, hold on.
who's this witchy bitch? Any photos?
Wait, why is it not?
Picture didn't happen.
What in the hell just happened?
Oh, what the and then she accidentally made a right turn into porn. And that's how you're like,
honestly,
shit.
real close for me. No, the girl that you're looking for is no, she's fucking crazy. She's so crazy, and she turns into the white version of herself when she eats Irina's lackey's food in the preliminaries.
Rio?
No, where the hell is she? It's her long ass name. Where'd she go?
I found it.
This Alice. Alice is the cousin that I'm talking about. That's her lackey.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Nakiri.
Okay.
Alice Nakiri.
Clicking on it
That's
right now.
that's the cousin that I'm talking about. But the crazy.
Why'd she have fucking Shangan eyes?
Yeah, well, hold on. You gotta meet Witchy Bitch because she got the same problem. Her eyes are red.
Soe? That's
Where is she?
That's Kazuya Mishima. If I ever fucking seen him, I accidentally clicked on her. Oh, she's the daughter. Okay, maternal cousin. Okay.
Wait, why is she? What? Hello?
Mom. Hello, mother. Hello.
Wait, nope.
Nope. Who?
What? I can't remember her name because it's really long, if I remember correctly.
It's real long.
Why? Where is she? Why am I not finding her in this list?
I don't know. Maybe. Did you just make it up?
No, because she's crazy. Like, she ends up making this curry that stinks really, really bad. That's when the BDSM part kicks in, is when they're eating hers. So the smell is so revolting, but it tastes so good that they can't stop. And the judge literally says, like, isn't exact quotes, but very closely. It was like, chain me down and force feed me more, or force me to eat more. And I was just like, what?
Feed me, Seymour.
Yeah, it's, God. Is it Momo? Is it Momo?
And that's when the BDSM happened.
Is it? No, it's not Momo. No, Momo's. She likes the cute things.
Not the flying monkey from Avatar. Fucking Bobo's like force feeding. Feed me more, Kumomo. Sokka, what the fuck you doing?
No, what the hell? Oh my god, I'm gonna find her.
So as Lex is looking for this character, I do want you all to thank you all for watching Metal Waifu as we've gone on.
Now, Saratsuka. That's her.
Oh.
She crazy. She crazy. She sends Irina 30 letters a day. She is on so Irina has, I believe, a restraining order out on her, so she can only watch her from like a tree with binoculars because she's not allowed to get close to her. She's obsessed. She's crazy.
That shit cray.
And her whole goal in the preliminaries was that she scores higher than Alice. That way she can now become Irina's new lackey. She's crazy. And then she eats Alice's dish and turns into like cute, sweet, white version of herself. And it's wild. It's wild.
So yeah, Food Wars. If you want shonen food anime, it's good. Just be prepped for weird hentai moments. It's gonna get weird, but there's some decent character development. It's nicely animated.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Very pretty, very well done. The food looks delicious, and it's a 5 seasons in a row on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Again, I was a little sad I wasn't able to watch all of it, but again, I might just this month, just everything, man.
Yeah.
Just everything. Just the month of June has been a hot diggity mess. So
It's been like that for a few months for me.
well, yeah, I mean, more so than I think. Yeah. That's why like when we did Berserk like last I think it was when we did Berserk. I made the suggestion of taking a break in August.
Yeah.
And I was like, we've been busy, and
I'm going on vacation.
oh yeah, she's going on vacay too. So like we're gonna take a little extra stay-a-rooski. But we got one more episode. We got one more episode after this. Don't break the equipment before we're going break. You're like, I'm gonna break this equipment before we're going break, and then we're gonna get some new shit. Fuck it.
Story of my life.
Yeah. But we got one more episode. We have a discussion to have, and we have this. Hell, maybe at the end of the next episode, maybe there won't be any more Metal Waifu. We're talking about 80s hair metal.
Woo!
And
80s chaos.
it's chaos, debauchery, the showing of possibly one of my favorite movies of all time. It's gonna be a good time. All right, we'll see you at the end of July. Get that over with, and then we take a month off. Anything else you want to say about Food Wars, or anything we're about tapped out on this bad boy?
No, there was a lot. It probably was very hard to follow because we were not going in sequence.
Here's the thing, and like I'm as going forward, I'm okay with that as long as it's like we're having fun with it and entertaining. Because I think as long as we're having a good conversation and enjoying it and like all that kind of stuff, we don't necessarily have to go through each episode and not really give a shit.
Well, yeah, of course not. Because typically the people that are watching these are probably because they're interested in the show already. So
in the show already / so come on because they're like, oh, fucking awesome. Nick and Alexis are gonna have a laughing fit again. My favorite. All right, we're gonna go de-sweat off, and then we'll see you guys. At the end of the month.
Goodbye.
The meat general.